So I wanted to make this one about a specific topic related to the outbreak, and that's the idea that, or sort of like the implications of social distancing, and some things that I don't think people are actually talking about a lot, which is, yeah, we're socially distancing ourselves, but what are the consequences of having however many millions of people, almost the entire United States, just stay inside by themselves for a couple of weeks at least? Maybe a couple months. I mean, who knows? It's going to be at least a couple of weeks, I think, is pretty much everyone agrees on that. So let's say a couple weeks, everyone's inside. There's no, all gyms are closed, all restaurants, bars are closed. No one's going out really doing anything. So people are mostly by themselves or in really small groups. So let's think about how many Americans are on some type of prescription drug for anxiety. I don't even know how many people are subscribed or prescribed benzodiazepines. I think it's something like, I don't know. I don't want to say a specific number, but there's a lot of people on prescription medication for mental issues. So, what happens when we put those people, what happens when there's a global pandemic, a global crisis going on, and we put those people alone by themselves or maybe with one or two other people for at least 2 weeks and they're barely going outside? That's not good, obviously. And I don't think people are really talking about, well, what's going to happen to all these people if they're stuck inside for this long? Like, yes, we're trying to, whatever, flatten the curve, is what everyone's saying. Okay, but what happens if we flatten the curve and then all these bunch of people become alcoholics, they start killing themselves, they start abusing their Xanax prescription? I just don't really think that's talked about, and I think it's something that we need to keep in mind. I mean, I'm not really saying that there's a better option, but I think that a lot of people are just, people just aren't thinking about like what's going to happen after this when the social distancing ends. What are people going to be like? I think it's actually going to change some people, which a lot of people are going to be fine. It's just going to be kind of suck for a couple weeks. They got to be inside, you can't work out. They play video games or just read books for a while by themselves. And for maybe for some people that'll be a good thing. Maybe they'll find something interesting. They'll teach themselves something, and it'll sort of get them out of their routine of just going to work, watching Netflix all day. Or maybe they'll just maybe they won't get anything out of it, and that's totally fine. It's just a neutral scenario, and then when they come back, everything's back to normal. I think that's definitely possible. But I mean, apart from prescription drugs, I think alcohol is the next biggest thing. You put people who can barely go a weekend without going out and getting drunk, and now they can't do that, and they're stuck inside all the time. What are they going to do? They're going to drink. I mean, I guess that's not that bad, but are a lot of these people going to become alcoholics? What's going to happen? Yeah, I mean, other than that, I think that's really just all I wanted to touch on, but no huge updates today. I think it's San Francisco is, I don't know if it's a like a police lockdown or what exactly is going on, but they're basically just telling everyone not to leave their houses unless they absolutely need to. I don't know if it's quite like an Italy situation, and I'm not really sure if that's the best idea. I'm not even sure how bad it is in San Francisco, so I don't want to talk about something that I know nothing about. Not that I know a ton about the virus or the outbreak, but I'm just kind of sharing my thoughts here. Um, yeah, this is all. I'm just gonna end the video here. I'll make something tomorrow and more updates.